Hello and welcome to, I can't remember, 3 murders, and it's only Monday. And you'll see as soon as they get started how much work they've put into this, and they're doing a great job, and I am very proud to present this play to you tonight. I am going to remind you to please turn off your cell phones or the ringers on your cell phones. And there will be opportunity after the play for photography. We'll even set up a scene if you want your child in a certain scene. We can do that. So don't take pictures through the play with flash. So I believe we are ready to begin. Again, 3 murders, and it's only Monday.
"Blast you, man," I shouted to the first mate. "Blast you." Then, quick as a mouse's wink, I took the wheel, facing the typhoon with nothing but raw courage. "Arg! Stand to and keep a lookout," I yelled, "and I'll use your yellow streak for a beacon." Yellow streak for a beacon. I like that. With legs wobbling like seaweed, he took the watch, and there, he took the watch, and arg, bitter tea.
Now, Manny, you don't talk to an audience like that. You're the one doing the talking. I'm just the mouthpiece. Those were the days, though, weren't they? You're not going to go singing a song now, are you? We had a great time on the road, right? Oh, no, I was stuck in the trunk. You weren't alone, remember? You had my pet there with you. Some pet. Every single time I tried taking a nap, he had lunch.
They tried to tell me it was a tough neighborhood, but no, I wouldn't listen.
It was the kind of night when you found yourself holding your breath for no reason at all. Calm as a tomb, but hot enough to put you on edge. On a night like that, mazzy little housewives eyed their husbands, wishing they were taller, or thinner, or deader. I should have been back at my apartment, but I had to work. 3 murders at the Peaceful Pines Sanitarium, and the police didn't have a clue. So I got called in. Name's Monday. Harry Monday. I'm a private eye. Wow, I bet this put a big hole in $5.
Hey, who are you? How'd you get in here?
What's wrong? I need to get my hand stamped?
No, sir, we'd rather you not. That? Yep, put it
Oh,
away.
sure, kid. Name's Monday. Harry Monday. I was put on the case here.
Oh, you're here about the difficulties we've been having.
Difficulties? The word is murders, ma'am. Murders. You make it sound like the dog's been scratching himself on the piano leg.
He has! Aren't you the vet?
Private investigator. The dog's been scratching himself?
On the piano leg, it's honestly just the weirdest thing. I don't know.
You should try some flea off. Worked great for my boxer.
Oh, you have a dog?
No, a boxer. Fights under the name of Kid Gloves. You ought to go a couple rounds with him. Might do him some good.
What's the meaning of this? Beatrice, I thought I told you not to allow anyone in. And you, what's your business here?
Aren't you afraid of fires?
No, we have fire alarms over all the doors in here. See now, I'm Dr. Morrissey.
Wait,
and-
you're Dr. Morrissey?
Yes, and I run this institute.
Yes, I know.
Oh, you do?
He says he's a private eye.
I see. Well, you won't find out anything about us.
I won't, eh? Dr. Vernon Morrissey, 40 years old, lives at 733 Chandler Street with mother, who nags you except on Thursday nights when she plays mahjong with her sister and 2 nieces. You've been the head cheese at this place for 8 years, and it's been getting to you for the last 3 of those. You like old movies, nightly walks, and ping pong, but your mother keeps telling you it scars up the dining table.
Is that it?
You graduated 7th in your class from Hamet Medical University. During your senior year, your thesis on cellulite in you was published in the journal and subsequently picked up by the Reader's Digest. You tried private practice in Boston, but you could never get the hang of the accent, and to this day, you can't watch any Boston TV show on TV without crying.
Anything else?
You drive an 89 Chrysler with power steering and air conditioning. You wanted a 2-door, but they didn't have it in maroon. You have 3 cavities.
All right!
So, you got anything on me?
You're Beatrice Smith, 27, and you've been working here for 4 years.
Oh boy, I'm drained.
So, Mr. Monday, exactly why are you here?
I came to look into the difficulties you've been having.
He's not talking about the dog.
I got that. Private investigator, huh? Small thing make basemen proud. That's Shakespeare.
Yes, Henry VI, Part 2, I believe.
Act 4.
Scene 1.
Spoken by Suffolk.
To the captain.
You seem to know a lot about this case.
Only that 3 men were murdered last night.
And you suspect me?
Is there some reason that I shouldn't?
Of course. I wasn't even here last night.
Right. I know where you were.
I suppose that's intended to frighten me. See here, Monday, this is a sanitarium, but as of last night, we only have 1 patient left, and I will not have you pestering him with your hand-fisted grillings.
And just who is that patient?
Osgood Harnell, if it's any of your business. But he's not just a patient. He owns this building and all the grounds around it.
And has the dubious distinction of being my uncle.
Wow.
I saw her first.
I can't stand y'all.
Come in, won't you?
Yeah, can I get you anything? Anything. Just name it. Anything.
Calm down. You're Mr. Harnell's niece?
Now you're cooking on the front burner, honey. Unc got on the blower a couple nights ago and asked if I could frequent this place. So much for a small-town palaver. Any chance I could get a tall one?
I'm tall.
Don't listen to him. He's a mama's boy.
Yeah, of course. What can I get you, Miss,
DA, what you got, tits?
Oh, just the usual. Red or white?
Gross. He means cranberry juice or milk.
I wouldn't drink anything if I were you, kid. Name's Monday. Harry Monday. I'm a private eye.
And I'm Dr. Vernon Morrissey. Hi there.
Hey, what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
Romeo Juliet.
He was first.
Drinks!
Whatever.
Miss DA, would you mind excusing us for a moment?
What?
What do you know about her?
Nothing. You mean you don't have anything in that Funkin' Wagnalls notepad of yours?
Well, boy, you scared me there for a second. No, I don't have anything. Did you know Harnell had a niece?
No, and I don't care.
Miss DA, you've chosen a pretty odd time to fill in your uncle's dance card.
What?
He talks like that. Don't ask me.
What do you mean odd time?
Well, we've been having some difficulties as of lately in the house.
You mean like insects?
You could say that. People are dropping like flies.
You're right. He does talk like that.
Now, see here, Monday,
None of your bedside manner here, Doctor. I intend to let the little lady and the whole opera, not just certain arias.
Wait, my uncle, he's not.
Oh, no, I assure you your uncle's quite fine.
For now, that is.
No!
What?
I broke my nail. Look at it.
Let me look at it.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I'm just saying her finger should be looked at.
Sure.
Mr. Monday, I'm getting pretty sick and tired of your accusations. I assure you we run a very sanitary sanitarium. Sanitary.
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of humor.
Am I to understand that patients, your patients, are dying?
Nothing to worry your alabaster head over, and such a lovely head it is, too.
Prune juice.
And Miss DA has such an innocent face, one that best keeps sweetness and light.
Lucky thing I shaved today.
Why worry yourself over such trivial problems? I bet you haven't even had dinner yet.
Yeah, how about a nice tray of hemlock?
Prune juice.
Hey, can we stop for a minute? I'm starting to feel like a float.
What's your point?
My point is that she never answered my question. 3 people get murdered, then suddenly you show up?
3 people? Murdered?
2, 3, something like that.
And now I'm a suspect?
What do you think, kid?
Well, the police think it was passing gypsies.
Who would stop long enough to kill 3 people? Well, I guess that's one way to tell your fortunes.
We get hobos around here all the time.
And why passing gypsies? Don't you have any resident ones?
Say, kid, you got a pretty analytical mind there.
A man who admires my mind. Well, well, will wonders never cease.
I like your mind, too.
Watch out. He's a mama's boy.
Mr. Monday, why don't you go investigate something else and leave us to our own devices?
I would if I could get some cooperation around here. Now, where's the evidence, Mercy?
Evidence? What kind of evidence?
You're holding something back. I can tell.
Well, there is one item you should see.
I knew it.
We still have one of the victims.
What?
One of the murder victims?
I hate this. I really, really hate that.
You have him here.
Yes, he was shot.
I hope this isn't too much for you.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
All right, Mercy. For the tally books, you've got the one that was shot, and one that was poisoned, and one that was stabbed.
No, 2 were shot.
Oh, okay. 2 were shot, and 1 was stabbed.
No, 1 was poisoned.
I figured you'd have fainted by now.
Boy, you thought so, wouldn't you?
All right, 2 were shot, and 1 was poisoned.
No, 1 was stabbed.
Hold it. How many people were killed?
3.
Well, it ain't adding up.
You asked me how many people were killed.
Yeah, and you said 2 were shot, 1 was stabbed, and 1 was poisoned. That makes 4 victims.
Mr. Monday, it's kind of like bridge. And like bridge, you have to listen to the bidding very carefully.
Bridge. Oh, 4 victims, 3 people.
Right, and like bridge, one of them is a dummy.
So, you think you had a tough day at work. How you like the staff at the Peaceful Pines? Not your average cocktail crowd, is it? And how about Miss D.A.? Not exactly the kind of woman I'd take home to mother, but then again, she never brought one home to me, so we're even on that score. Well, the next day I headed up the suspect list and made a few calls. Odd how relatives are always at the top of that list. The next morning, they all showed. Larimore Mandrake, son of the late Captain Mandrake. He inherited all the swash, but none of the buckle. An actor of some reputation who's appearing in a play downtown. Lily Drampian, one of those uptown dames who had her last laugh about 10 years ago. She's the attorney to Captain Mandrake and Osgood Harnell.
Good morning.
I suppose.
Okay.
Humphrey Hopkins. He's an Indian. Claims to have once worked with Danny O'Donnell. Also claims to be in his will.
Got a cigar?
It's not funny.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Last to arrive, Mary Alice Tobias. One of those who's who can't tell you what's what. Says she's Danny O'Donnell's daughter. They're all taking it quite well, don't you think?
You, in the battered out of date trench coat, are you somebody?
I like to think so.
I mean, someone in a position of authority, of course. If not, hire yourself and find one, por favor.
Yes, we haven't time for this sort of thing. Besides, we all told the police all we know.
Ah, patience, dear friends. In your patience possesses ye your soul. Luke 21.
Nay, nay, there is a point where patience ceases to be a virtue. Thomas Morton.
Oh, but remember, all things come round to him who will but wait. Longfellow.
Beware the fury of a patient man. Dryden.
There was a young lady from Spain who carried.
All right, now that we've all added a literate note to the conversation, may it be so pertinent to ask why we've all been summoned here?
Yes, and who are you?
Name's Monday. Harry Monday. I'm a private eye.
I didn't do it. Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's not the murders again, is it?
Right the first time, Toots.
Tuts? Tuts.
We have given the police our statement, you illiterate gumshoe. Why not pester them?
And just exactly what did you say in your statement?
Probably just what everyone else said. The Indian did it. Isn't that what you said?
Right. Indian.
All right, fine. Blame the Indian. That's always the way, isn't it? Listen, pal, if we could have gotten one clear shot to Mayflower.
Watch it, Geronimo. I'm not turning my back on you.
And what are you gonna do? Put the wagons in a circle?
Everybody turn your burners down a notch.
What is all this? Will you all please try to remember we're in a sanitarium?
May not be a sanitarium for long.
We'll get to the bottom of this. Beatrice, bring me my breakfast and some drinks for our guests.
You want me to go into the kitchen by myself?
Breakfast.
Guy gets a little authority in a maroon Chrysler.
They didn't have the maroon one. Now then, I'm Dr. Vernon Morrissey, head of the sanitarium. Will you all please have a seat?
I hope we can make this brief. I have appointments later.
You have appointments? I've got clients backed up for days.
Please, friends, have a little patience. Remember, in your patience possess ye your soul. All good
We already
thi-
did the patience bit.
I suppose you called these people here.
That's right. That's why I was hired.
Right, but by who?
We'll get to that later. Miss Dramkian, you were the mouthpiece to Captain Mandrake, am I correct?
I was his attorney, if that's what you're asking. I also represent Osgood Harnell in legal matters.
The bird that owns the joint.
What of it?
Just this. Our little Miss Lawyer here seems to have information regarding the sanitarium. Something to do with a will, if I was to take a pot shot.
Will? You mean like Osgood Harnell's will? When he dies, the sanitarium will cease to exist?
I'm afraid I've betrayed a confidence. I will not say more on the matter.
Does it have anything to do with the petroleum on the piano?
But he loves this place. Why would he make out this will?
Oh, I suppose I can tell you that much. Quite recently, actually. Right here. I think he was afraid for his life or something.
Right here in this room?
Yes. In fact, you were away. We've never met. Is that correct?
This is not a magic act. Will you continue?
Well, I was sitting right here.
And Mr. Harnell?
He stood there in the doorway. Yes, he lit his pipe. He was very nervous. He kept looking out the window.
And the other patients?
It was afternoon. They were all napping, I believe. We were very quiet. So you see, there's really no mystery about it.
You don't call 3 people being murdered a mystery?
I meant regarding the will.
That's better.
Mr. Monday, you must have formed some opinion by now.
Just a couple of ideas waving in the breeze, honey.
But do you think the murders could have been related?
What could she be referring to?
I'm being curious, that's all. I mean, it could be some sort of serial killer.
My bad.
Mr. Monday, these people have obviously told the police everything that they know. No, I'm not sure who hired you, but you don't seem to be doing a very good job.
Yeah? Hide and watch, bucko. You say this will, Harnell's will, has been kept under your professional confidence. Is that about right?
Of course.
Then how did Larimore Mandrake know about it?
I can't imagine what he's referring to.
Just this. When Miss Dramkian here mentioned about the sanitarium changing hands, you tried to stop her. You're the son of Captain Mandrake. How would you know about Osgood Harnell's will?
I don't see how he could possibly know about the sanitarium changing hands.
Aha! So it does change hands. Not cease to exist, change hands.
Man, I love it when a white man turns on himself.
And you, when you entered this room a minute ago, you greeted everyone here. Not as one suspect greets another, no. It was more like someone who knew this crowd and knew them well. Like, say, a family.
Ooh, got you there.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous.
But there's one other thing. Everyone needed a great lawyer, one they could trust. Lily Dramkian.
I implore you, sir, against any slanderous statements made in the heat of the moment.
Isn't that an ambulance chaser's legality for a lie? Try this on for size. Aiding and abetting.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything.
At last, an honest lawyer.
What are you driving at, Monday?
Just this. There is no Osgood Harnell.
What?
It sure looks like him. Wait, are you trying to get me back for the dummy thing?
Osgood Harnell is really none other than Percival Mandrake, better known to the Police Gazette as Redbeard Mandrake. 30 years ago, he was one of the most hated and feared criminals in American history. His picture was up in so many post offices for years. I thought he was the president. Murder, smuggling, larceny, mopery.
Mopery?
Nothing was beneath him. Then one day, he disappeared, vanished, only to turn up here.
Why, I've never heard anything so ridiculous.
Really? Then why is it bothering you? Unless you have something to hide, like the fact that you're Redbeard's daughter.
Holy buffalo, this is better than Little Bighorn.
But my name's Tobias.
That's your married name. Doesn't count. Husband deceased. We may get to that later. Your maiden name is Dramkian. Ah, Dramkian. Now, where have we heard that name before? Why, our illustrious lioness of the courtroom, Lily Dramkian.
Yes, we're sisters, but we told the police all of that.
Yes, but that name, Dramkian, so clumsy a name until we play a little Scrabble with the letters and find that Dramkian is really an anagram for Mandrake.
This is beginning to sound like an asthma ward.
So, dear, your secret's finally out.
But
That's what I thought you'd say. And Mandrake might prove an embarrassment in a court of law, so you two change it. But Mandrake was no burden for our resident ham, Larimore Mandrake, your brother.
I'll not stand for this. My father.
Was not the good captain. You see, being a good captain, he kept a log all his life.
I guess it was bound to come out. Yes, Captain Mandrake was in fact my uncle.
Exactly.
But I would love to read my uncle's log. Do you still have it?
Oh, I never had it. I just made that up.
You dirty dog.
what put you on to us?
When you lied about the will and Larimore knew it.
I lied about the will. What?
Wait, how did you know she lied about the will?
Elementary, my dear doctor. Good. There's tobacco in it. Take this, stand underneath the doorway, and light it.
But
Just go. You said you made out the will, while Harnell stood underneath the doorway smoking his pipe.
Yes.
Another facet of Redbeard's career was a very little-known fact. You see, I've made something of a study of his life, which is why I think I was put on the case. You see, Redbeard was one of the last great Indian fighters.
Indian fighters? Those types went out with the 1800s.
No, I mean he used to fight Indians. He was a boxer on the Navajo circuit, fought under the name of Flaming Hair. I have a boxer myself who told me all about it.
All right, fine. He was also my father. Or at least he treated me like a son.
Shouldn't that be Great White Father?
Look, you fop. You're gonna have to sleep sometime.
What are you gonna do? Kill me too? And take that feather off.
But how did you know that Lily was lying about the will?
He stood smoking his pipe. We were very quiet.
so the captain is really Mr. Harnell's brother.
And Danny O'Donnell's brother as well. In show business, the name Mandrake sounds too much like a magician. Being a ventriloquist, Danny chose another name.
Okay. So maybe they were all related. And maybe that's why they were murdered. But what has that got to do with the tramp?
Yes, Mr. Monday. Why was the hobo killed?
I don't know. Not yet, anyway, but at least we know now who everyone else really is.
Oh, hello. Sorry I'm late.
Who is that?
Well, maybe we don't know who everyone really is.
Dr. Morrissey, Dr. Morrissey!
Beatrice, I've told you time and again not to rush in here like that. You could run over one of the patients.
No, you're not listening. Osgood Harnell, he's not really Osgood Harnell. Hans found an old issue of the Police Gazette, and Osgood Harnell is really...
Redbeard Mandrake.
Leave a room for 10 minutes.
Mr. Monday has already let us in on that little tidbit.
Okay, how about this? He's gone.
What?
I just said he's gone. Nowhere to be found.
Well, if you're not confused, then you haven't been paying attention. There you have them, a crowd of suspects with their names blown around like leaves in an autumn storm, only to come to peace and rest in a compost of death. Brother, that was rotten. Well, they can't all be pros. Remember, we got a trombone player at intermission. Anyway, with Redbeard on the loose, I figured it was a pretty good idea to keep everyone together. Say, tell you one more thing that might help you out. The guy that hired me, it wasn't Harnell, Redbeard. I was hired by Dr. Morrissey.
Look, Mr. Monday, we're getting nowhere, and I have an 8 o'clock curtain.
Yeah, and I got a 5 o'clock shadow.
Why does he talk like that?
No sign of them. Hans and I made a thorough search.
You're Hans, the gardener?
Yeah, I'm the gardener. I take care of the little bushes and the flowers and the trees.
Sounds like a lot of digging.
Don't go accusing Hans like that. He's been working at the sanitarium for years.
I was just merely saying that he ought to know his way around this place pretty well. That's all. why don't you go play with your thermometer? Thermometer. You ever heard that word before? So, you get a lot of tramps around here?
Yeah, all the time. Tramp, tramp, tramp.
The men are marching.
You seem to be taking this rather lightly.
Look, Skizix, I have to get to the theater. It's getting dark.
You have an understudy, don't you?
Yes, but like most understudies, he does not have the flair, the panache.
I get it. He's better than you. What's the theater? I'll give him a call.
The Imperial, but you...
Don't worry. I'll get on the phone and tell him you got a note from home.
I just found out who our new relative is, Miss D.A.
I was going to tell you all.
Wait, so she's not part of the family?
No, Miss D.A. is just that, a D.A. I thought I recognized you. You're new, right?
I transferred from Georgia last week. We picked up Redbeard's trail, and I followed it here.
Well, he obviously got wise and bolted.
You realize, Miss Jamkeen, you could be put up on charges.
How can you all just stand around acting so calmly? Can't you see what's happening? Daddy's gone on another one of his rampages, and when he's like that, he's crazy. Mad. You know what he's like. It's in the blood. His blood.
Stop
Our
it.
blood. Ow, really? See, can't you see what's happening?
Sit down, you little twit.
Or aren't we, Snippy? You're just upset because you're outranked. You're a lawyer, and now we have a DA.
Wait, so you're saying he just killed his brothers and a tramp and took it all out on the lamb?
Odd you should put it that way.
But why was the tramp killed?
Well, murders always come in 3. Daddy probably thought he had a quota.
Can I get back to my guard hand? This is scaring me.
Yeah, sure. And tell Beatrice to bring me my dinner.
Okay. I think I ought to take out.
Hold it, Hans. I don't want anybody doing anything alone.
Well, you're not going to be too happy about what I have to do now.
Okay, everybody, buddy system. Tara, you go with Hans.
But Harry, you didn't hear
I
what
heard, sweetheart. Go on, it'll give you a chance to go over the grounds.
By golly, I could sure use the help. We're going to be shoveling fertilizer.
Mary, you go with Lily.
Hey, Harry, what if you're pairing off someone with the killer?
So you don't think Redbeard is the murderer?
I don't trust white folk.
You're not that dark.
I've been sick.
Go on, follow the nice lady to the little girl's room.
This is so embarrassing.
And everybody else stays right here in plain sight.
For how long?
We're spending the night.
Oh, that's just gothic.
Look, Redbeard is on the loose, and we know he's not in the house. Now, would you like to take your chances outside?
You're not going to catch me out that easily.
Catch you out?
Oh, don't you get it, Coaches? If I'm not afraid to leave, then obviously I'm not afraid of being murdered. Therefore, I may be our errant assassin. Isn't that how that dime novel mind of yours works?
I ran it at the flagpole, okay? By and by, you're cleared at the Imperial. Your understudy goes on in your place tonight. Just like he did 2 nights ago. The night of the murders.
2 nights ago, oh, now I remember.
Now he remembers.
I had a bad case of laryngitis.
That's not what they told me.
Get him, boy, get him.
And how about you?
Yeah, how about me?
Where were you 2 nights ago?
Indians never attack at night, John Wayne. See? I just want to show you you're not the only one in quote around here.
What was that?
Scream.
Stage right?
Harry, it's Redbeard. We found him.
What happened? He attack you?
No, he's in the greenhouse, and guess what?
Dead?
Yeah, he's a carpet by golly. There he was, planted nearly right between the hydrangea and the American Beauty rose.
So Humphrey's right. The killer is still among us.
Be that as it may, as far as I can tell, he's been dead for 24 hours, maybe even closer to 48.
Meaning he was killed after the others.
Probably.
Then it fits. That's why the tramp was killed. Only, Larimore, who actually had the family fortune? Redbeard or the captain?
I guess it won't hurt now. It was actually my uncle, Captain Mandrake. He allowed Daddy a small allowance.
So the captain really owns the sanitarium?
Yes. And well, Uncle Daniel, he spent it as fast as he got it.
Then there is a reason, or maybe I should say, a rhyme.
Makes sense, Monday.
I'm making all the sense in the world. First, the captain was killed, then Danny, the tramp, and now Redbeard. Or in childhood verse, rich man, poor man, a beggar man, a thief.
Beggar man, thief, doctor, boy. I want a big group of people around me, okay? I want you and you and you and...
So now Redbeard's dead. Near as we can figure, he was poisoned. A woman's modus operandi. Is the killer a woman or a man? Or a man disguised as a woman? Theories run in my head like children in a playground, chanting the same thing over and over. Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, doctor, lawyer, Indian chief. Step right up, folks, we've got one of each. With a couple left over. The police showed up and did their usual 6s and 7s. After they left, the atmosphere in the place was a little edgy.
What did the police say?
They have a theory. They think it was murder.
Yeah, and they seemed a little bored with it all, too.
Can you blame them? This place is starting to get part of their daily route.
Still, it seems odd that they didn't leave a cop here, as part of a follow-up or something.
I wonder how the good doctor is taking it.
Ah, this could be something.
Hold on. Ready? You're fine.
All right, I want all of you to line up right there.
Will you relax?
Get in line, step lively now. You too, Beatrice.
Me?
All's fair in love and war.
Who said that one?
Get in line.
Ugh, whatever. I'm crushed.
All right, smoke him if you got him.
Ah, Sergeant Carter. Golly.
Stick it in your ear, Shakespeare. Now, this is the situation as I see it. Harnell, Redbeard, was in on the first 3 murders. Maybe even did it himself. I'm not sure. The problem is he had an accomplice, and the accomplice decided to go into business for himself.
Why do you think Redbeard was in on it?
Have you been in his room? Have any of you actually been in his room? Well, take it from me, there's too many indications of foul play here, especially on his desk. Wait, hold it. Where's the DA and the Indian?
They're not here.
What?
They're not here, sir. Look, Doctor, just figure out who's in line to inherit.
Everybody here, right?
Not necessarily. And there's an easy way to find out.
Watch it.
Look, why don't you take that thing over there?
Okay, but don't try anything.
Lily,
Yes?
you prepared the wills for both the captain and Redbeard, correct? Not the phony one you lied about, the real one?
I already told you. I have a professional confidence to uphold.
Yes, but since both clients are now deceased, the next logical and legal step would be the reading of the wills. I think we should hear Redbeard's first since he was the last to die.
I don't know. This is also, well, it's most unorthodox. I've worked years to build up my reputation, and I will not be bullied.
For goodness sake, Lily, people's lives are at stake.
Larimore, no, you don't know what you're doing.
I may be saving your life. Better reason is, I may be saving my life. Here, Monday, this should be in here.
I implore you, sir, you cannot read those. The killer is still out there. If they're read aloud, he'll know for sure.
Why do you always say he?
Look, Lily, I ain't overstepping any unions here. Please, read the will.
I want to state that this is under protest.
Read the will. I have a gun.
Hey, guys.
I have gotta put in for overtime.
Marissy!
Sorry, it's been a rough day.
Behave yourself, and you'll get this back at the end of the year.
It's not exactly the Brady Bunch in here, is it?
Yeah, what's going on?
We were about to hear Redbeard's will.
And what does that call for? A 21-gun salute? I'm gonna say this one more time. Don't shoot the Indian.
What are you?
I need this more than you do.
How dare you?
Afraid to share the bean juice?
I would not be treated like a child.
Keep this away from your brother. He's had enough.
Funny, funny. I would not be told what I can or cannot do.
If we're through playing keep away, may I begin?
Please.
Let this legal document serve as the last will and testament of Percival Harold Mandrake.
Wait, so you knew who he was the entire time? You did it.
Of course she knew who he was. She's his daughter.
Right. Sorry. I'm so confused.
Last will and testament of Percival Harold Mandrake to be read. Okay, since we're cutting corners, I'll just give you the meat of the thing. Basically, and as is the case, if his brothers are already dead at the time of the reading, The bulk of the estate goes to Larimore. Then it comes to me, then to Mary. But there are two important codicils to the will. One half of the estate goes to Humphrey in any case.
Yes!
And two, I better read this one. In my youth, I gave up a child for adoption. I am sure, however, that once this will is made known, that heir will come forth and be rightfully awarded half of the estate.
Wait a second. Does that mean he gets half of my half, or half of all of it, or half of everybody else?
What other heir?
There isn't any.
Oh, apparently there is, and it's all in here in black and white, and quite legal. And did you notice that the will never mentioned anything about gender, so the new heir could be either male or female?
I'm so confused.
Hold on. You're confused? Turn around, look at the Indian.
I get half of the, or a quarter of the, what?
Yeah, I quit.
Where are you going?
Hans isn't here. I'm going to find him.
Good. I was just gonna tell you to do that.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Wait. You wrote this will. Why is that other part in there about the other heir?
Why is it in there? I'll tell you why it's in there. It's another of Daddy's little joke, that's why. Think about it. He never professed any love for any of us. So in other words, he wants us to kill each other off.
Wanted, past tense.
No, once. He may be dead, but his deeds are very much alive. Alive and kicking. His little curtain speech is turning out to be a prophecy and a curse. That's what he's left us. That's what he's bequeathed us. Nothing more than a deadly resolve, a legacy of murder. He wants to rid the world of mandrakes, to erase forever the strain, to wipe us out, leaving no trace, no reminder, except a trail of blood. Our blood. Yes, Mary, you were right. You were so...
No! No!
What in the world? Mercy, quick!
I'm not moving.
You want it in this, you're in it. Now get over here.
I told you all!
So where's your theory now, Monday? Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, you've got me scared out of my wits. So while everyone's watching me, the killer gets him.
Yes, but who did it?
Maybe it's our detective here. After all, he's the one that got us on this wild goose chase. Him and his theories. Maybe it's all just a diversionary tactic.
No, it's all true. And it's still following the pattern.
Yeah, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Doctor's next in line.
Take a look at that.
What is that?
It's an Imperial it's a program, for the Imperial. They're doing a version of Faustus.
So?
Larimer's playing the title role. Dr. Faustus.
Stay away from me! Everybody, just stay away from me!
So, you want to be a private eye, huh? Well, you just saw a murder right in front of you. Or did you? We're going to take a break now, give you a little bit of a chance to unwind a bit. For your listening pleasure, we have a trombone player. No, we don't have a trombone player. How am I going to explain this one to the union? Well, anyway. Man. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you get a gander at Redbeard's room. See if you can pick out the pieces yourself and solve the clue during intermission. Oh, and one other thing. Not all the suspects have arrived yet, so if I were you, I wouldn't get too comfortable.
Ha ha ha.
If I can have your attention just for a moment, we will get ready and go again in just one moment. I just did want to give a slight warning that it's going to get dark in here. And then a storm is brewing, and there will be some lightning flashes. So they are brief, but I just wanted to give that warning that there will be flashing of light. It matches the play. So I think maybe one more minute, and then we'll get started.
Now, you knew there was going to be a storm, didn't you? Part of the atmosphere, you might say. You get a gander at Redbeard's room, then you probably know who did it. I hope you noticed everything that was on his desk, but I hope you also noticed what was missing from it. Well, as you noticed about suspects, the more they try to hide something, the more it wants to come out. You have to be careful of that. What are you doing?
Trying to check the time. It's dark over there. Hey,
What?
another thing. Why can't we leave the house again?
You want to leave? Go ahead.
Really? Wait, by myself?
So you tell me, why does the Indians never attack at night?
It's dark. What a question, dude. Your pony could step in a hole, you could shoot your buddy.
All right, you made your point. Listen, I need you to stick around for when the police get here.
All right. Miss Day is calling them right now.
Where was I? Right. No one has searched the house yet looking for evidence, shall we say. That's what I'm waiting for.
I can't believe it. I can't believe he just died like that. So horrible.
And you know a good way to die?
But there, right in front of us.
Yeah, I know. Just like the rhyme said, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, doctor, lawyer. Where's Lily?
Talk to the police.
Yeah, they ask that from now on. Every time somebody gets killed, couldn't we just call the police?
At least the phone's still working.
For now, that is. By the way, I haven't seen Hans or Beatrice lately.
I got them watching each other.
Shouldn't we do a house search?
Why do you say that?
Standard procedure.
Maybe. All right, everyone, listen up. There's one other lie that I want to clear up. I sat on it too long already.
Why are you looking at me?
It's time to come clean, Doctor.
You saying I'm not sanitary?
You're dirty, all right. I just don't know how dirty.
What are you driving at, Monday? Why are you here?
You ought to know. You hired me.
Huh? What?
I hired you?
Yes. Or should I say, the real Dr. Morrissey hired me.
He's not the real Dr. Morrissey?
No.
Man, this is gonna be way too much. I can't take it. I've got goldfish.
Okay, and what does that mean?
I don't know. People are dying right and left, and you want me to be lucid?
All right, you got me. Now,
Hold it!
Nope.
Oh my.
just getting my badge.
Wait, let me.
Okay, I'm ticklish. Shoot me. That's That's just an expression.
Doesn't matter. I figured you were a cop.
Yeah? And how'd you come to that one, Sherlock?
Simple. After the police left that last time, they didn't leave an officer behind. Even Lily noticed it. I figured it was probably because they had one here. And I thought it was you.
Why's that?
Because you got the flattest feet I ever heard.
He's right. We didn't tell the DA's office. We didn't tell anybody. Name is Ramke. Dan Ramke. I'm a cop. See, you've even got me doing it now.
Ramke?
You want to try to make something of it?
Maybe later.
Man, they ought to dust back there. It's my best suit.
So where's the real Morrissey?
We've got him stashed across town under guard. And since people are still getting knocked off around here, I figured he was innocent.
He didn't tell you he called me.
Nope, must have slipped his mind. I did wonder how you knew all that stuff about him, though.
Wait, nobody knows he's here or can verify he is really a cop? Credentials can be falsified, you know.
Why do you figure it's him?
Posing as a doctor, he could have access to all kinds of drugs and poisons.
I don't think it's him. I figure it's Lily.
Oh, why?
Look around. She's gone.
On.
Wait, who's that?
It's Lily.
Stop her!
Lily!
Stop her!
Oh, no.
She ran into that pole.
Lily! No, the pole's falling on the car. Harry! It exploded! The power wires!
Oh my
Oh
God!
no,
I
what are
can't
we
believe
gonna
that
do? What are we gonna
happened.
do?
She's dead. She's
All right,
dead.
listen up, everyone. We've got to try to get to the car. Humphrey. You stay here with Mary.
Ugh.
Marissy, take this and see if you can find some candles. You ought to know the place better than any of us.
There's some in the pantry.
And Tara, you go with him.
Go with him? What if he's the killer?
Yeah, I still vote for him.
What is this, an election?
Look, if he's the killer and he kills Tara, then we'll know who he is.
Oh,
Her
that
nothing.
makes me feel better.
Just go.
Well, you know any good ghost stories?
You're sick. You know that? I'm talking mental here.
Hey, I'm just thinking out loud. Hey, another thing.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Well, you're going to hear it, all right, Mary? Look, we know Morrissey ain't really a doctor, right?
Yeah.
But he's the one that pronounced Larimore dead. So what if he's not?
Not what?
Not dead. What if Larimore's not dead? You think it's Morrissey, right?
Yeah.
Well, I always figured it was Larimore. This is just kind of the tomfoolery he would pull.
I'm telling you, he's dead.
Yeah? You seen him lately?
No, of course not, but stay away from me.
Hey, I'm over here. Look, there's another thing. Don't you kind of find it odd that Lily just drove off like that and crashed? What if someone had, tampered with her brakes?
I'm telling you, Larimore's dead.
Well, if that's true, it only leaves me and you. Look, I never believed any of this business about another unknown heir. Just like Larimore said, Redbeard only put that in the will to get us at each other's throats. See? Just leaves me and me? By myself in here? Mary? Oh, Mary, of course. It's you. Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, doctor, lawyer, Indian chief. Now, who's missing from the rhyme? It's you, isn't it? You're not in the rhyme. You hear that, Mary? I'm on to you. You and your social life, where no one really knows where you are half the time. You hear that, Mary? I'm on to you. I can't believe...
What's all this? No! No! Someone help me! Anyone! Harry! Ah! Here, stay. Who are you? Stay away from me, you hear me? Stay away from me!
It's gonna be all right, lady. Don't worry about nothing.
Stay back! I'm not afraid to use this.
Hey,
Lady, I ain't gonna hurt you.
Yeah, well, stay right there so I can make certain.
Hey, he don't look so swell.
You! Back away from her.
Yeah, but I was just...
Go on. You okay, kid?
Sure. She never touched me.
I was talking to the lady.
I was doing all right until King Kong here shows up.
You, sit down. Go on, boy. Sit down. Down, boy. Good boy.
Did you get to the car?
No, it was burning when I came up to it. Hey, how come we got lights?
Oh, I was just coming to tell you that. Morrissey, the cop, remember this place has a backup generator. So I get in here and...
Oh, no. Not another one. Nice touch.
Never mind that. What about him?
What's the matter? We heard a scream.
Just a second.
That's the way I found him.
Are you sure?
You think I'd be stupid enough to just kill someone and just hang around?
You would if you wanted to look innocent.
Well, it sure took you a long time to get up here from the basement.
Hey, I ran into Hans. He helped me with the generator, so at least I have a witness.
Yeah, Pike Bully. I saw him start that team.
Wait, this doesn't belong here. It's off the table.
I know, I almost tripped over it when I came in here.
Right, but don't you see? The dummy's gone.
Here he comes.
What'd you say?
Danny O'Donnell's dummy has disappeared.
Can you do she sells, she sells, she sells,
Never mind that. What's his story?
His name's Thunder O'Brien, prize fighter. He was supposed to meet Humphrey out here.
Maybe he did.
You believe him?
You want to call him a liar?
And he just suddenly shows up when the lights go out?
Well, I believe him. Sit down. If he's gonna kill someone, he uses bare hands, not this. This is off a lawnmower, isn't it, Hans?
Yeah, where'd you find it? I've been looking for it.
Somebody tried to jumpstart the Indian.
Oh!
Mary? Where's Mary?
She's probably dead, too. They ought to turn this place into a drive-in cemetery. One murder, no waiting.
But what if there's more than one murderer?
And Beatrice? Where's she?
Oh, that's what I was coming to tell you about, actually. I found this note in the kitchen. I think it's hers.
Harry, I thought of something else. Mary was with Humphrey, remember, but Mary...
He's not in the rhyme, I know. What's the note say?
Says she couldn't take it anymore. Lit out.
Is this her handwriting?
I don't know.
So she wasn't one of yours then? Maybe another officer?
No, she really worked here. She was just going along with us.
She was probably the only one who was actually who she said she was.
It bothers me when people use past tense. What'd you find?
A wallet, a comb, a pair of glasses, and a license to carry a pistol. Better check him yourself.
It's okay. I trust you. For now, anyway.
Harry, I'm starting to get scared.
Me too, Harry.
Who's doing all this?
Well, one thing's for sure. The killer's not just gonna walk up and knock on the front door.
What else is the killer not gonna do?
All right.
Oh my, please don't harm me. I don't have any money.
Who are you?
Who am I?
I asked first.
Name's Tetley, Ray Tetley. I live in the house way over there.
Yeah, sure. Been there some time, have you?
Oh my, yes, many, many years.
Then you must know Dr. Morrissey.
Yes, I do. Hi, how are you? So where's Dr. Morrissey?
He's Dr. Morrissey?
No, he's not Dr. Morrissey. Who are you people?
Ah! It's all right, Miss Tetley. Please sit down.
No, not until I figure out what's going on here.
Fair enough, but you first. What are you doing over here on such a miserable night?
Well, I came to tell Dr. Morrissey that the roads are closed. The winds or something blew down a bunch of heavy trees.
But, dear, why didn't you just telephone?
I was gonna ask that.
Well, I was going to when I heard that explosion. There's a car that's...
Yes, we know.
Oh, anyway, I saw the lights flickering on and off in here, and I figured I'd investigate.
Investigate?
I gotta quit watching Murder, She Wrote. What's that?
A generator.
Wait, how long have the roads been closed?
I don't know. It's been about a half hour ago. The police called me.
The police?
The police? The fire department? Boy Scouts? I don't know. Who are you people?
Show her your credentials. What are you getting at?
Mount Rushmore over there. If the road's been closed for that long, how did he get here?
Just what I figured. Been here some time, haven't you, boy?
Yeah, so what?
Nice jacket there, boy.
Oh my goodness.
All right, listen. Listen. I said listen.
There's a chair.
I said listen. We've been through this before, right? So everyone just needs to stay right where they are. Right? Right? Ramkey? Tara? Mother? Ramkey, is that you? This is no time to play games. Well, we could play a couple of games if you wanna. All right, don't come any closer. I'm warning you. Now, who are you?
Mr. Monday?
Mary? Is that you?
Yes, please help me.
Where have you been?
Hiding in the basement. I'm so frightened.
Did you kill the generator?
I didn't kill anybody. Sorry. Well, I hid down there waiting for y'all to catch the killer. Then when the lights went on and off, I knew someone would come down here to fix it.
All right, let's go.
What are we doing?
I need to see your uncle's room. Can you take me there?
I don't know where that is.
I didn't think so. Come on.
Hello? Anyone in here? Harry? Hello? I found a candle. Harry? You go outside again? No! No! Stop it!
Ow.
You get near me again, I'll punch your lights out.
They're already out.
Here, hold this.
Sure.
You got quite a lot explained, you buster.
But I'm not good at explaining.
What's the idea of tackling me?
Thought you were somebody else.
Shh. Someone's coming.
Yoo-hoo. Folks, anybody? Much more of this, and I'm gonna be talking to myself. By golly, I am talking to myself. I hope. Nobody else in here, is there? Listen, I hate that nothing. I'm just the poor, colorful gardener with a cute and sometimes exasperating accent.
Okay, now both of you, just stay calm.
Okay, I got the generator working again. What's going on in here?
We don't know. The lights was out.
I know, I just got the generator working again. What's going on in here?
We don't know. The lights was out.
I know, I just got the generator.
Will you guys knock it off?
Sorry, I couldn't find an off ramp.
We don't know. The lights was out. Hey, I told you I wasn't good at explaining.
Harry!
Mary!
Scary. Hey. I ain't had many lines.
How do you think I feel?
All right, I want everyone. Wait, where's Tedley?
Coming. I'm coming. Hey, you know, it always bothered me in all those mystery movies when all the lights and stuff went out. All the stuff in the refrigerator.
Yeah. Everyone take a seat. I've got an announcement to make. I know who the murderer is. That's right. I know who did it. And I bet you do too. But before you make up your minds, there's one more thing that you ought to know. Danny O'Donnell's room has been ransacked. That should really tip you off. That's the one clue I've been waiting for, the big giveaway.
What's this?
Just a second. Now, remember when everyone first arrived here. And above all, try to remember what happened on that first day.
You guys got light? How'd you get light?
Light, forget about that. Who is he talking to?
Remember how each suspect acted and what they looked like.
Hey, we're trying to have a murder over here? Shh. Sorry.
It's all important, especially when you think of Lorimore.
Sorry, guys. Hey, why do you guys always have these meetings without me?
Are my ribs hurting your elbow?
Excuse me.
Then remember the chain of events that followed, especially the reading of the will.
Why am I always alone in the dark?
You're not alone, darling. I'm here. Want to have a sandwich?
That's okay.
Monday, who are you talking to?
Them.
Them?
That's right. The gentle readers, the omnipresent audience that sees all and knows all. The ambiguous they everyone refers to as in they know all about it, or they saw everything. The chilling shadows of the night, the prying eyes.
Hold me, I'm getting scared!
What did you ask him?
I forgot.
Oh, I get it. This is a metaphor. He just had a realization. He knows who did it. He saw the light at the end of the tunnel. A long, dark, dank, bat-infested...
You get near me, I'll slap the hair off your head.
All right, everybody, back in the living room.
But it's dark over there? How'd you do that?
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. Get out of the way.
All right. Is everybody comfortable?
Yeah.
Then let's go over the whole story.
Couldn't we just hit the highlights?
Could I have a sandwich?
All right, we all know the basic points, right?
Well, I mean, if we don't, we can always ask them.
Will you just give me a second? All right. First the captain was killed, then Danny, the tramp.
Yeah. Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, and now they're all dead.
But Mary, she's not in the rhyme.
Now just wait a minute.
Now wait. Tara's right. Mary's not in the rhyme, that's true. But that's only if the rhyme's true.
Right. Huh?
Suppose someone isn't dead.
You mean like Redbeard?
Larimore.
Duh, it's the dummy. Oh, sorry,
It's Larimore, isn't it? This rich man, poor man stuff is just like him.
No, he's dead. Either he's dead or he's been lying still in the back for a really long time.
He's not a doctor, Harry, and I don't think he's a cop.
I'm a cop.
He's not a cop.
I'm not a cop?
Well, that's to say that being a cop is not the reason you're here. Oh, that may be the official reason, Officer Dan Ramke, but not the real reason.
No.
That's right, because Dan Ramke is just another anagram for Mandrake. Folks, meet the missing Mandrake heir.
All right, you got me, but I didn't kill anybody, see?
Thank you, Humphrey Bogart.
You gotta believe me, I didn't kill anybody. Thank you, I needed that. I did not need that one.
I love being a PI.
more like PU if you ask me.
I'm coming to you.
Whoops.
Hans the gardener. There are several clues that point directly to you. Redbeard was found buried in the greenhouse, Humphrey was killed with a lawnmower cord, and that note we found in Redbeard's room.
Which note?
Yeah, what was all that stuff?
Fair enough, let's go over it. In his room and on his desk, I found, just give me one quick second, a cup and a saucer, a book on makeup and disguises, one glove, an envelope addressed to Lily, a poem in the typewriter, and a notepad on which was written, tandem bike at first, and must write Africa.
How does that point to Hans?
Think for a second. What is a tandem bike?
A two-seater?
A bicycle built for two. Oh, a bicycle built for two.
Right, and at first, what are the first lyrics to Bicycle Built for Two?
Daisy, Daisy.
Give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the
love of you.
Thank you.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. See, I think is where the dog was digging in the flower bed.
Dog?
That's right, dog. He's got oil on him. That's right, oil. So thick below the ground, it's coming to the surface in some places. When I first got here, Beatrice had told me that the dog had been scratching himself on the piano leg. Well, when I got a gander at the old 80 and 8, there was oil on one of its legs. Somebody knew this.
Maybe it was Beatrice.
No, I don't think so. You see, Beatrice is dead.
Dead? How do you know?
I'm coming to that.
Soon, I hope.
Let me ask you this. How do you think Larimore was killed?
Poison.
Well, right, but how was he poisoned?
Come on, Monday. It had to be in that bottle. But someone had the bottle before he drank from it. Who was it?
It was Humphrey.
Right, but then it was you. You took it from him.
I was right in front of you. How would I have time to poison it?
Then Tara gave the bottle to Mary.
Why does it always come back to me?
Are you sure you don't want something to eat, darling?
Another thing about the stuff we found on Redbeard's desk. Out of all the things that were there, did any of you notice what was not there? There was an open letter, but where was the letter opener?
I found it in here.
Right. Somebody had been in there.
Right, but what about the other stuff, like the cup and the saucer?
Red herring. Placed there to make us think that Redbeard had drunk the poison.
How do you know it was a red herring?
Because the cup was cleaned. If a killer cleans a cup, it's because he or she doesn't want the evidence to be found, right? Well, if that's the case, why not simply remove the cup?
Yeah.
But what about the note in the typewriter?
Fair enough, let's go over it. It's a clever man I find who can really get me hung. The benefits we leave behind to man who speaks with forked tongue.
That has to mean Humphrey.
No, but it sounds like something he would have said about a white man. But remember, he didn't write it. Redbeard spent some time with the Navajos, so I think he wrote it. Man who speaks with forked tongue, or man who speaks with two voices.
Duh! It's Danny O'Donnell, the ventriloquist. This is better than charades.
But we've all been in that room by now. What's the problem with the missing letter opener?
Because it was removed before we all went in there. Now then, I believe Hans is right. O'Donnell had all the answers, and he was killed. Which brings me to my indiscretion. I deliberately misled you. I had Lily read the wrong will. Sure, Redbeard was the last to die, but he could only bequeath what he legally owned. In other words, what was gifted to him by his big brother, his benefactor, Captain Mandrake. Now think for a second. Do you believe for a minute that the good captain would have left anything to Redbeard? No, I'm betting he would have bequeathed it to Danny.
But we didn't read his will.
Right, because no one had thought to look for it. Until now. You see, I was betting that if someone did snap to the fact that we didn't hear the captain's will, they would have gone looking for it. Unless they already knew what was in it. And that's when I knew that our killer had to be Lily Dramkian.
I believe that's check, Mr. Monday.
Checkmate, Miss Dramkian.
But you'll have to prove it.
You were the one with the letter opener whenever we found Redbeard first dead.
Why do you figure her?
It always bothers me whenever women show up wearing gloves. Oh, Mary wears gloves because it's part of her society look. But when you showed up in gloves, I was a little confused. Then we found out you were a DA, and it was simply a matter of you not wanting to get any fingerprints on any evidence. But Lily, why were you wearing gloves?
Wait, but Humphrey. Humphrey saw her get in that car and crash. There's no way she could have possibly survived that explosion.
Oh, Humphrey did think he saw her. Unfortunately, it was in reality Beatrice that sped to her untimely death. Remember what we found in Humphrey's coat pocket? A pair of glasses? My guess is he was myopic.
What were you saying about the gloves?
A very strong, sturdy type of glove that couldn't be pierced easily. You see, I think the poison used here was akin to the type normally found on blow darts, the type normally found in
Africa. Must write Africa. The note on his desk.
And that's how Larimore died.
Say what?
Lily was guarding her briefcase very closely until she got next to her brother. I wondered why it wasn't locked at the time, but then, think back clearly now, Larimore pricked his finger on one of the latches, and that's when he was poisoned. But that also explains the one glove in Redbeard's room. My guess is he was experimenting with the poison. And Ramke, you were right about one thing. Redbeard did have an accomplice, and who could he trust if not his own daughter? Of course, he was wrong. But that also explains the book on makeup and disguises we found in his room, one he'd probably used many times before, one most certainly passed down to his ominous offspring. But this time, the book was taken out by her, and so was he.
But if Lily was dead, I mean, if she knew we all thought she was dead, why did she come back?
Well, two reasons. One, she had to get rid of the rest of the benefactors. And two, she never found Danny's will. Remember the dummy disappeared?
When did it get back there?
I removed it while you all were looking through Redbeard's room. You see, I thought I thought that Danny could only trust his last will and testament to his lifelong vaudeville partner.
I wondered where that went to when I hid back there earlier.
So that's how you knew I wasn't Dr. Morrissey.
Well, then who's he?
Him? He's my boxer. Kid gloves. Take a bow, kid. I figured I might need a little muscle on this case, so I gave him a call.
All right. Now, put the gun down.
Look, Lily, you'll never...
We've had enough B-movie dialogue. Now, put the gun down. You see, Humphrey had a license to carry a pistol, but no pistol. Didn't you ever wonder what became of it?
Brother, you forget one little detail. So it was you who thought of the rich man, poor man scheme?
I needed something theatrical, something so outrageous that none of you would expect that I, the cold, calculating lawyer, could come up with such a plan.
Look, Lily.
Don't worry, boss. I'll take care of this.
Stay back or I'll shoot.
I don't think you will.
Oh, yeah? Danny and his dummy would disagree with you.
Well, you can't kill a swoop like that. Well, if you do, you can start on that side of the room.
Let's not try any more cute moves. As you can see, I don't bluff.
Just one question. Why'd you shoot the trombone player?
I hate the trombone. Yeah! Sounds like a cat on Valium.
So that's it. That's why you killed everybody? You wanted all the land and all the oil and all the money?
Stop trying to pad your part. And yes, once I eliminate all of you, I'll be free to enjoy the inheritance myself.
Yes, but you're missing one detail.
No, that's impossible. I've thought of everything.
Are you sure?
Yes, I planned out every scenario and have a plan for... Why, what is it you think I've missed?
Them.
Who?
Oh, them, the omnipresent audience, the all-seeing eyes, the ubiquitous they everyone refers to.
As in, they know all about it.
Or they saw everything.
No, not even close. The other them.
What are you talking about, Monday?
Oh my, there he goes again.
Oh my goodness.
You may be wondering who is here besides you. Well, my gentle readers, once I got a gander at Redbeard's room, I figured I was up against a formidable opponent who would stop at nothing to get his hands on the will. So I decided to bury my pride and I called for backup. But as we sit here now, this place is surrounded by the finest flat feet the city has to offer, just chomping at the bit to get their man, or should I say, woman. Well, now that all the chips are down, I figure I should get this thing started before we all become target practice.
Monday, backup's here now. Can we take her in yet?
Sure. And don't you worry. Lily will be serving out the rest of her days in the big house serving commissary bullets.
Commissary bullets?
Beans.
Monday, you seriously got to stop talking like that.
I told you you would be able to tell they worked really hard on this. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys were awesome. This is a lot of work, and we put in a lot of hours, but we also have a lot of fun, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I love you guys, and I thank you, the seniors. It's the last time you'll be on my stage, and that makes me sad. Again, I just can't tell you how much fun we've had, and again, I'm so proud of you all. I don't know what else to say. You guys are awesome.
I want to take the opportunity to show Mrs. Green the appreciation that she deserves. So one more round of applause for her, please. I've had the pleasure of doing the play the past couple of years, and I couldn't have asked for a better director to have those years with. She has been very gracious with all of my tomfoolery. So, Mrs. Green, thank you. We have flowers for you. We'll probably give you them tomorrow because then it would look more seamless. But thank you so, so much. I've enjoyed my time here with you. Thank you so much.
I've enjoyed it as well. All right, again, as I said in the program, I'm so thankful for the behind-the-scenes work that was done. The people who built the stage, our sound and light guys are incredible. Again, just obviously this play needed the lights to come on at just the right time, and they've done it flawlessly from the beginning. I'm so thankful that they're here and that they're part of this whole thing. We will have time for you now to take pictures if you want of your children or not your children. And again, come back again tomorrow night to see it again. Tomorrow at 7, we'll be doing it again. So again, we can have the house lights, and thank you all so much.
Thank you.